Welcome to another Quantum Conversation. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are in our quantum frequency spa. I am Loren Gailey, and I'm here with Alyssa Jane today in a special episode as we are in the Lion's Gate frequency. This is a time where there are advanced light frequencies coming to the planet, and with an open heart, we receive these frequencies. So I want to welcome Alyssa. Hi, Alyssa. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Thank you, Loren. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited to be here today with everyone. Let's have some magical time together.
Magical time together. So let's all take a breath and let's feel into our sacred heart, our temple of our heart. And we take a breath and we hold it for a moment. And we exhale it all. And I'm going to invite you just to relax and let everything go. And do that 2 more times, feeling your inhale of light as if you're breathing into your heart, feeling your whole torso, your chest expand, and you're holding it. And as we let go, you let go of all that no longer serves, relaxing the body. And on this one more deep inhale, we're breathing in and we're holding it. This is coherence. As we exhale, feel the shift. Feel the shift of you. All right, very good. We are now going to go into a sacred temple. Isis is preparing this temple. Hi, Alyssa. I know that that is something that you're going to work with. We're going to work with the violet flame and the rose flame. And we're going to be in this frequency ceremony. Before we start that, do you want to share anything first, or do we want to just move into more frequency?
The breaths that you just guided us into, prepared us, are so powerful. That last breath, especially, I felt the vacuum of our hearts working with what does not serve us. And it pulled so much. And we're getting the opportunity with the hologram that source will vacuum all of that. Say, yes, let's work with it. Let's do this. Let's transmutate it. Let's clear it. Let's heal it. I love you. And then it sends it back through us, back into the hologram. So as we are in this powerful portal time, we are being elevated to create right now our mission blueprint, each one of you holding the keys for your mission, which is a greater mission for Gaia, for the solar system, for the universe. Each one of you has keys that are necessary for the ascension of the universe. This is a portal time to activate these keys. And before we begin our temple, what the guides are sharing with me, and is so powerful, is at the same time that we are creating that which we truly want, desire, have been calling in for millennia, decades, hundreds, thousands, millions of years, programming that we do not enjoy, dense programming, old programming comes up. It comes up for the final choice, for us to say no to it, for us to say, I don't agree with that any longer. So the guides want each one of you to hear that if you feel like, hey, wait a minute, I'm doing my work, but I see a lot that I don't enjoy, I'm feeling a lot that seems hard, This is part of that. And you're not doing anything wrong. It's the opportunity to change the trajectory of this programming, but we do it through our choice points. So, Loren, before I start, what's coming in for you for that?
That we have to be fully in our heart. And I love that it's the choice point because when we are aware and when we're centered, we know what to do, we know how to act, we know how to create. There's so much that can distract us from it, right? So that if we're feeling threatened or triggered by anything, then it puts us fully in our head and it takes us out of this sovereign power, this empowerment to really work with the quantum field and to bring forward a future that we desire. So it's really interesting because recently, we've been working with the heart space and really focusing on allowing ourselves to feel a frequency, to feel the frequency of that which we desire. And we can feel it in our body. We can feel this level of confidence in
Yeah.
our body, right? And that's like what we have to remember in this waking state, maybe this is our dream state, that the thoughts that can come in that disturb the peace in our body is actually what we need to control and have power over. So, as we're talking, this show is about inner currency. Our inner currency is really this connection to the heart space, this connection to the frequency of love from our heart. And so, as we're always feeling an open heart, like, can you really feel your heart open? When we go into meditation and come in and feel our heart and breathe through our heart, that almost allows us to come into tears because we can feel the shift. We can feel the heart mind coherence. We can feel exactly what we're bringing in. And that is bringing in the future based on love, based on our frequency. So, what do you do when you get triggered, Alyssa? I mean, do you just take power over your mind? Because what I've been working with recently is remembering that feeling of connection and letting that dominate no matter what goes on. And it really works. It's like when we start to do that, these things like July, here we are in August. And July seemed like it was really for different reasons, kind of rough around the edges, kind of shaking our cage. But doing this practice with the heart makes all of that just dissolve and leave because this feeling that we know of what we want to create. I hope I'm explaining that well enough. That feeling that we want to create, we can feel it in our body. And when we hold it and let that dominate instead of any outside fear, guess what? That outside trigger or that fear or that worry no longer has any power over us. So that's what I've been feeling and working with. And it's fun. It's fun and it's joyous. And it really puts us in the driver's seat of everything. We
Yes.
are the masters, right? So I hope that
Yes.
answers your question.
You shared a beautiful explanation of one of the ways to handle being triggered, and and
Yeah.
and I think the biggest reflection I can say from that and what I do, because there's different things to do depending on where we're at vibrationally, right? If our vibration is really low, we have to
Uh-huh.
do something a little different versus if we're just kind of neutral and we're being triggered, what we'll do will be different. However, what I can say is we don't want to push away what is triggering us. That I can say is the
Ah,
biggest thing.
no bypass then. No
That's right.
bypass.
That's
Don't
right.
ignore it. Don't just shove it under the rug. Ah, okay. So what do you do? Because this is where alchemy comes in. This is
Yes.
really where a frequency upgrade comes in. So one of the things that I've helped to in my own personal journey is to really like this whole year has felt really unstable on this shift underway, but unstable in the sense that the lower densities are coming up in our face to say, do we want this? That's that choice point that you were speaking about. Do we want this anymore? Do we want this? And so it's really having us look in the mirror at ourselves and say, you know what? I don't want to respond that way. I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to think that way. So what do you do then? Okay, so I guess if we're working with the heart and we're working with that feeling, that's actually emboldening us. It's fortifying us so that we don't dip down into those lower frequencies. Is that's what's happening so that it's easier for us to just kind of say, I get this. But it's also something about alignment. So maybe you want to share how the alignment keeps us fortified, but then even back up so that we can get to what you were just speaking about. If someone is really in despair or really down low, what do you do then?
Yeah.
Because there are
Yeah.
different levels where people are at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And we know, Loren, you and I have felt all of those levels. And a big part of what our ascension is for others is compassion. So gratitude is coming in right now because when we can feel grateful for wherever we're at, that is the quickest way to spin those electrons quicker. That can feel very hard when we're in dense programming. But this is something that teachers have talked about for decades and decades. And when you're in that moment where you feel gratitude for a limiting situation, that's the moment to celebrate. And when you're actually giving gratitude for those hard relationships, those hard circumstances, okay, that's an activation point. So don't miss those points when you feel that little bit of gratitude for the dentist experience. And I think what happens is because we'll be in a really hard situation, we can feel bad, guilty if we don't express what we think is the appropriate emotions. So it's kind of like, well, everyone around me is struggling. This seems like a bad situation. Am I even allowed to feel empowered or confident that everything is working out? So there's weird things that can happen in this journey too of wearing, how we say, the rose colored glasses of what is the illusion of 3D reality. And this alignment creates the alchemical experience. So, backing up a little bit to actually the actions we take. Now, alchemy requires a few elements. The first element is a container, something that's going to hold everything. Now, there are external alchemies happening all the time around us, and internal alchemy is what we're talking about right now. So when you're making dinner, that is alchemy. So you can really think about the qualities of alchemy through cooking is a great way to understand alchemy. So now we're going to change the container to our body, our heart, our body as the container. And with alchemy, you have ingredient, substance, and you take that substance and you turn it into a higher vibration. You transform it, you transmutate it. That's the basis of alchemy. So when you have a container and you hold the substance in the container, then you can add energy to it. And this is how we transform it. We add an energy to it. Now, internal alchemy, our inner energies are our emotions, okay? That is one of our biggest energies, our emotions. Our body holds so much energy already that when we are using our choice points, directing our emotions, we will include the other energies of the body. So the heart is such a powerful energy technology, okay? And as Loren, you were talking about it earlier, feeling into the heart, and I just want to share, see into your heart. Let yourself journey there because it is one of our greatest technologies. And when we work in it, we very quickly speed up the 3D external processes because it's a container and it's holding so much frequency, and we transform it and then we experience a different reality. When we're talking about our body as a great technology, a great container, and there's different energy centers to focus on, when we are doing the practice of sacred sexuality, alchemy, we're focusing on the heart. We're focusing on the sacral, the womb, the root, which is another powerful energy center holding each one's kundalini, their sekhem, their life force, their prana. We can say this energy is also money energy, creation energy. The heart is holding the threefold flame of creation, balancing our feminine, masculine, and child. Another huge energy center is the crown, the head, holding the third eye, the pineal, the pituitary, and the beautiful chalice within the head, which is holding the up-leveling of consciousness. So we don't have to understand this all when we're triggered. All we have to really do is align. And I love how you said that, Loren, because that is key. How do we do that? Well, first, we stop doing everything else we're doing and we take a moment and we take a breath. Inner alchemy happens through intention. So stopping yourself and focusing your intention. As soon as you hold your body, that creates the container. So your intention is just to see the heart as an energy, feel it, feel the body, and then breathe into the emotions you're working with. That's an alchemical process that even without adding other conscious intentions, you will alchemicalize just through your breath and through holding your field. So depending on where you're at in the day, okay, that breath, we just did the breath before. Yeah, that's our power into the intention for alignment. Because as soon as we breathe, we align with the hologram. And that's our job here, is to be an interface, a communication between the source that we are and the field and this beautiful earth plane. So our breath, our intention, and stopping. I could say that's the best way to control our process when we feel triggered. And in that moment, we're not pushing away. We're not fighting it. We're not creating a boulder to stop the flow, which is what happens when we resist. So we want to just surrender, hold it all, pull it all into the vacuum of the heart. And through that communication with Source, it will up-level the electron speed. It will, that's the law. And we will experience a transformation, a transmutation. So that in itself is we could say the basic recipe, and it's going to change a little bit depending on where you're at. And if you're feeling very sad, very low, going through the emotions of great guilt and shame that have been programmed into us, programmed into our DNA, and my pendulum just banged against my seat as I said that, because it's breaking these programs and they feel sharp. They can feel painful. They can hurt our body, literally. They can give us headaches, stomach aches, as we're choosing to process them. So if we're very low on the vibrational scale, we may need to feel anger to rise up. We may actually have to process some of those low vibrations. And anger is very close to neutral, but we don't want to get stuck there. But that can be a tool. So I can say, what are my biggest recipes that I do when I'm triggered? When I stop and breathe, I pull everything in, and I try to go to gratitude right away. Because that, even if I'm faking it, yeah, sometimes we fake it, by
Yeah.
the end of the day, you'll feel it, or by the end of the week, you'll feel it. And then sometimes I let my anger out, I just express it. And through the expression, we will release programming and we will up level and feel better. So those are some of the techniques I do, Loren. And I know some techniques for you are coming in to share too, or other things. I can feel all the beautiful gems in your field.
I love that explanation. Thank you. And I see Elaine, she says, I'm totally there. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so this is our power when we can witness our thoughts and our triggers primarily, our energy, our energetics. And so, as you were saying earlier, the choice point, we want to get excited then. Actually, just to flip everything on its head. We know ascension, we have to do the opposite. Then we've grown up on this planet to ascend. We have to do the opposite. We have to love ourselves, love others, right? That's doing the opposite. And so this notion of gratitude, it reminds me that angels, they say gratitude is the currency of the angelic realm. So when we are grateful, then we are surrounded by angels, right? Gratitude is our trust that the universe has our back. So we can say, no matter what is going on in our life, we're grateful, we're grateful, we're grateful. And if we spend 20 minutes in meditation, maybe even just 5 minutes, saying whatever we're grateful for, we're grateful for everything in our life. We're grateful for every experience. Then we feel that heart expand and we'll start crying, perhaps. Maybe it's different for everyone, but we will be able to show up in a vibrational frequency that is aligned. There's that word again. So gratitude and the breath aligns us with that holographic field. It aligns us with the energy of our soul. I can't explain it. I don't know how that works, but we can feel that gratitude. And so and what you said, it's allowing our electrons to spin faster, right? And so then having gratitude, then will bring us into joy. So take a moment right now. It's like if we're having trouble being in gratitude, let's just close our eyes and think of one moment where we were completely grateful. We've all had that moment in our life where we've been completely grateful. For me personally, it's holding my newborn son who was adopted. And I can physically remember holding him and being so grateful, so grateful, so grateful, grateful for his birth mom. And that is a moment that I go to all the time, and it opens my heart fully and it totally alleviates all that pain. So, this is the gratitude. And so, it's each different, whether it's a person that we're grateful for, whether it's an object, a place, a thing, a memory. Wow, that's how we do it, this gratitude. And it does. make the rest of the world. I don't want to say we're bypassing it. What's happening here? We are, well, we're talking alchemy. We're alchemizing things, but we're doing something with our energy. Can you articulate what that is?
Yes, thank you. This is so perfect. I'm seeing it and feeling it as you're describing it, because then
Mhm.
it's like we don't want to bypass external experiences that seem so dense for others and the world.
Right,
And this
right.
feeling of when we're feeling so grateful and happy, and then how do we hold it in the face of it when it feels like it's not an appropriate emotion to have based on old programming? So when we can hold gratitude, positivity, love in the face of adversity, that's the choice point we make. And we shift the entire hologram for everyone, for the collective, when we can stay positive in the face of very dense experiences for others in the planet. So there's an interesting thing happening vibrationally. It's interesting because we're talking about staying high frequency, but how easily it is guilt and shame, which are the very bottom, can bring us back down just for staying high up in frequency, right? It's very interesting. And then we have guilt and shame by even enjoying life, right? What we're talking about. However, this is vibration, and we are in charge of it, and we get to make the choice point every day, and we actually have to keep choosing joy in the face of negative, lower vibrations. That seems not logical to the 3D, and maybe it's not, because we're talking about alchemy, and alchemy is magic. Alchemy is taking one energy and transforming it into a higher frequency through vibration. Density, dark, heavy metals into gold, right? So, how do we do this for the planet? We actually have to stay positive in the face of negative experiences, even though it doesn't seem logical, right? In that way of, oh no, my family's sad, the world's sad, I should be sad with the world. That seems like the logical thing, right? But I promise each one of you, your power lies in staying positive. And
Yeah.
through the collective, when we can stay positive and still look at the outside world with rose colored glasses, which we're going to go into our rose transmission, which is so perfect. What is rose? Rose is the mother's love. So it's like we don't have to judge it. We can just love it for what it is. We don't have to judge it about being right and wrong. And backing up a little bit to the gratitude being currency in the angelic realms. And what is real currency on this planet? What is creating what we consider to be the financial world around us, the currency that gives us life force, food, substance on the 3D level? Well, it's not any different than gratitude. That's what creates it. And we just need to keep remembering this. We create the money on this planet. We create everything on this planet. And we do it from within. There's a lot there, and we don't have to understand it all. But we know it's true without understanding it. So we do our meditations daily in the face of adversity. We know we're creating our world. Now, there's a statement that's very powerful here. It's darkest right before the dawn.
Yeah.
We're experiencing that internally and on the planet. And it's because all the programming is come up. Nothing is hiding anymore. Everything is showing its face. And so it feels like things are really, really messed up. However, it's just about to get to the dawn. We're just at the edge of it. And I love how you said it before. Are we awake? Are we dreaming? We are the awakened dreamers. And dreaming is how we create.
And just really paying attention to our frequency. All right, so we're going to do a temple with you. There was one thing I just wanted to say, and it's about the open heart. You know, so in our meditation, if all you do is put your hand on your heart and feel that energy field, and you just breathe through your heart, breathing in and breathing out, you're going to begin to feel your heart moving, not the physical heart, the energetic heart. It's as if it's like billows. And that is actually becoming coherent. It is interfacing the quantum field. We can feel that vibration in our physical body. So if all we do is just start there in that simple technique of feeling the heart, first taking those breaths to shift the energies in the body that are making us feel crazy or in despair or less than or comparing ourselves with others. And we just come into the heart and feel our resonance. That right there is really powerful. So if all we do is at the end of every day and at the beginning of every day in that hypnagogic state where we're between the theta and the delta just before we wake up or fall asleep, that's very powerful to use that time to be in your heart and let the heart reign free. Again, we will notice it in small little ways. The way I've been noticing it, I think I've been really focusing on this solidly, seriously for about 2 months now. And I've watched things fall away from my life that earlier I would have thought, oh, how can that happen? But now I realize that it's for the best. It's for the best. And actually, my soul or my ego mind was communing with my soul in my journal and actually wanted it. So I bring this heart, what are we going to call this? This heart coherence, in the quantum field. When we have the despair and the shame and the guilt that keeps us from radiating our heart light, that's what you're talking about. We have to alchemize those feelings. But once we can fully anchor in that heart and be radiant in that heart, feel our heart expanding, letting the feelings of that expanding heart, like a billow, breathing in and breathing out, erase, make us sovereign from those thoughts that are distracting us. We're going to start to bring in more of the soul's desires. And so keep on keeping on, everyone. As I just wanted to say how important that is, because we're going to anchor through the heart as we begin this temple transmission.
And Loren, I have to
Right.
add to that because it's so perfect, and I'm going to get
Yeah,
a little Abraham here, Abrahamy. That's
right.
the vortex.
That's the vortex that we can feel with our body, right? And so I want to say, feel it, like feel it. When we're in the temple, feel it with our body.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Okay.
We have a very long share, and I just,
From Layla, you go ahead. Let me see. All right. Okay. Well, I'm feeling threatened that I won't get what I need. A neighbor's tree fell on my car, and I'm dealing with estimates and insurance, and I'm feeling like I have to fight to receive what restores my car to its state before the damage. They're trying to say new damage from the tree already existed. So I, as so often in my past, am left holding the bag for something that isn't my responsibility. Well, who's they? Is that the other people or is that the car insurance people? Because there's two different things here. There's your neighbor, and then there's the corporate, the system. So this is interesting because, wow, Alyssa, I'm going to let you share any
Yeah.
insight you might have, and I'll add to it.
Yeah, and we can simplify this. Now,
Mhm.
Layla, am I saying your name right? I hope so. Layla. It's beautiful spelled. All of us are the biggest program that we're overcoming on this planet is, oh, beautiful, is victim persecutor programming. And this will
Mhm.
come up over and over again until we really get to the basis of that there are pretty much we're either playing victim or persecutor if we go into the old programming.
Mhm.
That old programming says there's two powers, good and evil. So therefore there has to be a winner and a loser. This is perfect. Okay, this is perfect. And without getting too much into the details of it, because the details don't matter so much. What you're asking for is solution, right? Solution. And that's something magical too. That it happens way more magically than all of these details that seem messed up. Yeah, not cool. Not cool, man. I get it. However, this is perfect because you're ready to move out of the programming of just being a victim. This happened millions of years ago when the planet went into a lower vibrational state. Happened a few times during the falls, we can say. Okay, now when we go into our heart, and I'm going to go back to the Abraham aspect of the vortex, this idea of the vortex is holding all of the solution energy. Everything you want to happen is in the vortex. Now, even when we're struggling with a hard situation and we're focusing on that challenging situation, the most perfect solutions go into the vortex. That's the quantum laws. So it doesn't even matter if you're always in a negative state of mind. Your vortex has all the solutions, has all the money, has the cars, has the communication perfectly already figured out. So Loren, that's what the guides were saying as you were talking before, this idea of going into the heart space. It's the answer because it's vibrational. And how do we get there, right? And Abraham would say all of these things, journal, dance, right? It's simple stuff. And so we could go through and all the things that bring us up in vibration. That's how we get into the vortex. I personally quiet myself and breathe into my heart and do heart breath meditation every day. And I get into my vortex. My world, I'm telling you, amazing things have happened for me that I could never have planned through a lot of inaction, through going into the vortex. So, Layla, we're going to now get into the temple experience. Thank you. I just felt guided to look at your sharing because this is for all of us, Loren, right? This is for everyone. How do we handle any situation? Inaction is one of our greatest tools, but the action of our heart and our consciousness. So we're going to practice a little of that together. But before we start, Loren, what did you get as I was just going through all of what the guides were sharing for us around victim, persecutor?
Yeah, it's again, this is where we make that choice point where we recognize, wow, okay, that totally sucks. It really does suck.
Yeah.
But you come into the heart space and remember, is it Eckhart Tolle? There's no problem in the present. And
Mm.
just remember that. And I know it sounds a little trite. Just close your eyes and say, I feel better. But try that. And that solution energy, feeling gratitude for everything. Just try that. Feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for you having a car that a tree could fall on. Feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for your neighbors. Just feel gratitude, feel love. And somehow the universe, because of that gratitude energy that you are signaling to the field, it's going to shift things. It could be in the most miraculous ways, right? It could be where, oh, you get this check from the insurance company. They just somehow decide there it is. It just somehow gets through. There's angels working in our favor. Remember, gratitude is our trust in the universe. So we just have to start there and we start to build a track record. And so the victimness, I know it really does suck. It really does suck. But if we say, okay, there's no problem in the present, and we are in that field and we're doing the work, we literally are doing the work with our heart space and we're moving away from victim. I really would like to see what Layla has to say because it just seems like it seems like it's a cop out. I can sense that some would say it's a cop out. But in my own life, it's not. If you were to go and just focus on what you're grateful for, and you just write a whole list. Remember, it was who's the guy? His name is escaping me at the moment, but it was all about Joe, someone for the Ho'oponopono. Joe. Oh, anyhow, he was homeless at one point, and he wrote that he was grateful for a pen. He was grateful for his pen because the pen allowed him to start writing and getting out of it, and he totally flipped his life right there.
Yes.
That gratitude will bring you to tears. That gratitude, when I am reminded of my most grateful moment, holding my baby son in my arms when his first moment with us, that right there is just such a beautiful feeling. And everyone has our own different feelings, but that will move us to tears. And again, I saw my life shift, and I have no explanation of how it shifted, but it shifted. And this is the power, this is the empowerment. Your gratitude unlocks your heart space. It opens your heart even more. And that heart space is the solution energy. So many great sages and teachers have told us this, from Abraham Hicks to Joe Dispenza to Joe of the Ho'oponopono. Why don't I remember his name? Someone tell me his name. But anyhow, this is really, you know, and even some of the people who've gone through serious health diagnosis and health challenges have said that that challenge was the greatest lesson in their life, that they're so grateful for that because right there, that allowed them to turn it. So maybe this tree on your car is a trigger moment that you can turn and flip it all. And it's not reaching for a solution, it's a vibrational existence. Your vibration will bring solutions to you. Can't explain it like magic, but it is true. I've witnessed it in my own life, and it's one foot in front of the other. So, okay. Layla says, I'm feeling into my heart that all is well in gratitude for the players involved and simultaneously acknowledging and welcoming the part that has had this experience over and over.
Beautiful.
Mhm. And it's Joe Vitale. Yep, way back in the beginning. Thank you for that, Linda. And then Carol says, you can be grateful and thankful for the problems. Yes, like the anger. You'd mentioned anger earlier. At least the anger is pulling us up out of despair, guilt, and shame, the lowest vibrations. That anger is actually what's going to make us go, fuck, shit piss. It's going to make it, sorry for the French, but it's going to make us make that choice once and for all to say, ugh, I'm done.
That's
And
right.
so that anger, whether it, at times the therapist that you're working with can come and make you angry by saying something. and this we've talked about this before in the past, a therapist that you're working with, because we're so bullheaded or thick-skulled on something that we cannot, our subconscious is so strong that we can't see the solution. So a therapist that we're working with in a one-on-one session can say something to us, or a friend can say something to us that can really make us angry and piss us off and be like, ugh, right? But then we're the only ones left with that anger. Our friend and the therapist, they can be like, okay, bye-bye. What we do with that anger, that's the catalyst right there. And that makes us say, looking at ourselves, okay, where did that come from? Why is that there? That's why the anger can be a doorway. So do it, go for it. I love it. All right. And Carol says we have to match the vibration to shift it. Ah, you mean matching the vibration of anger? Or what do you mean there, Carol? Because I'm thinking, do we move into anger to if it's subconscious, we would actually become aware of it for us to say, you know what? I'm not going to make that choice anymore. I'm not going to feel these feelings anymore. So we absolutely become free from our body. And then Carol
And this
says
is
it
where we
breaks.
pull it in. We're not pushing it away, right? So
Right.
that's
Right.
important. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Embracing it. Very good, Carol. Thank you for that reflection.
To
Because,
shift it to love. That's the
yes,
key.
yes.
Then that's how we get around the bypass. Because if we're just stuffing it in and ignoring it, it's just going to allow it to fester. But just to honor it, to embrace it and say, okay, this is it, and then alchemize it with love. That's how we do it. Witness mode. Yes, witness mode for sure. Okay, excellent. Alyssa, let's do a
Yeah,
little temple work right now as
yeah.
you take us into a frequency and maybe, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes.
All right.
Excellent. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. And for this beautiful quantum conversation, we are at the place where we have decided yes, quantum, this is the power. We get it. This is the rules, the laws of the universe. So, why is gratitude so powerful? Because of the vibration it holds. And another aspect, as we're preparing now, we're welcoming in everyone, taking some breaths into their center. And we welcome in our beloved guides and teams. We are never alone. We are always being supported. And through our intention of inviting in our teams, they can do much of the legwork, much of the behind the scenes, the backstage work. So we begin now. Oh, Loren, may I please share a picture, an image?
Yes.
All right.
Let's see. There you go. Okay. Got it. I love the birds in your background. They are cheering and chirping us into
Oh,
frequency.
yes, there's a lot of bird activity. I was wondering if anyone could hear. So, so beautiful. And
Uh-huh.
as we are going into the temple now, we are going to work with today, as it is Tuesday, the Rose Ray Day. And you can gaze upon this, or you can just let the energy of the rose with its beautiful petals of love surround your space now, each one being held in a chamber of light. We welcome in the beloveds more fully now, our beloveds, teams, angels, guardian archangels, our ancestry, welcoming in your family line, letting in your mind's eye see who do you want to call in to receive for today. Maybe there's someone that needs some support. Welcome in their higher presence now. perfect light chambers, crystal clear rainbow light chambers activated around each one now, perfectly around their spaces now, their homes, properties, the earth planes. And on your next breath, each one of you are being gently, through your pillar of light, brought down into the ashram, brought down into the temple. And we are within a beautiful genie bottle, a beautiful, brilliant, violet, rose, ruby genie bottle surrounding us. A great space to set our seed intentions, where our prayers are heard and answered. Mother Isis coming in now with her wings of light and with a tool of light, a technology. She is bringing around each one of you a lotus blossom of pearlescence, rainbow light, each one being held in a perfect lotus chamber with the perfect geometries and the perfect amount of petals that support you, that support your body temple in this now moment. Breathing in, yes, breathing in and letting this temple connect with your body technologies, your chakras, your nadis, your layers. And these petals of the lotus are working in each one's field now. Mother Isis is working individually with each one of you now, having an intimate moment with her. Your eyes to her eyes. She is right in front of you. She is holding you with her wings wrapped around you. And through her heart, she is aligning and anchoring into each one of your heart spaces now, letting you know her presence in your life as a great cosmic mother, giving you an access to her heart now through a doorway. Breathe in now into your heart space and allow this doorway to anchor itself more fully. What does this doorway look like to Mother Gaia? I'm sorry, to Mother Isis. Mother Gaia is right here with us. And there are different doorways to the mothers to access their hearts. And Mother Isis wants to become more anchored in your heart now, letting this beautiful doorway be your entrance for her to you and for you to her. What does the doorway look like? See it. That's it. And it's right next to your heart well, in the center of your heart. Each one can see their heart center now, their heart well now with your inner eyes. The billowing of the heart flames, the waters running over from the cups. Mother Isis, her doorway is grounded and rooted. And she is asking that you intentionally invite her into your life daily. When you have a circumstance that you need answers and solutions for, Invite her in to co-create with you. Invite her in. Invite in your highest level team of angels, mothers, and masters in every day to co-create with you the highest level good for all and all for your life. Inviting them in for your perfect health, your perfect wealth, your perfect love, and your perfect light. Each one now being activated with these templates of success from the planet. And it is now Mother Gaia from the crystal grids and the ley lines, the dragon lines, the song lines, the master crystals, holding this template, the new earth diamond templates of success, holding the pillars, and it is being gifted to you through a beautiful diamond, which you hold this template within your field. Let it go right into your heart now. That's it. I heard it drop into your watery well. Each one of you now with a diamond of success for yourself, for your family, for the planet, for the planetary ascension into her cosmic spiral dance with the universe. This diamond code now is lighting up your path more fully so that each one of you know what actions to take and what inactions to take, what feelings to feel, what emotions to express. She is giving each one of us now in union with Mother Isis, Mother Gaia and Mother Isis is communicating to each one now through the heart of Mother Isis and through the heart of Gaia. Each one of you is being given an activation for your mission more fully. You will be very excited after our time together today about what steps to take or not to take, what actions to feel or inactions to express. So there is an energy of electronics here coming in, being held very strongly with the white and blue energy of the diamond templates that were just dropped into the heart well for each one. There's a great electricity here, letting your body feel this movement. You might want to shake a little bit or move. Maybe you're sweating, maybe you're tingling. It's a call to action. Speaking a little light language now to support each one. Very deep vibrations to anchor in this great new action of choice for each one. Beautiful light streaming in for each one from these technologies, and each one of you are held within your lotus pearlescent chambers as a container. And from the center of the ashram, the pillar now is being highlighted with the ruby rose ray, where now we're bringing in the magnetics, powerful magnetics of a different feeling than the electronics we were just experiencing, letting yourself receive now. And through slow breathing, as if you're breathing through a straw, sucking in the rose pink light. Tasting it on your tongue, holding it gently. Yes, it is saturating your whole field, breathing it in. This is your time to receive now. And this is magnetic energy of the mother. It is giving a sense of roots, groundedness, anchoring in your mission through your heart, through your womb, through your crown. Each one of you are being lit up like a beautiful bright light, multifaceted geometry of codes and colors, each one now from your edges of your field. Each one of your fields is very big. We could say up to 30 feet in diameter. Some of you are in 100 feet in diameter, expressing this vibration into the field, letting it light up your hands, feet, spine, the bone structure, the bone marrow codes, the inner caves of your bone marrow, into the ligaments and the beautiful petals, the fleshiness, into the crystal structure that you are, expanding your vibrational light speed quotient higher, continuing to take in the rose pink light into your field, and it is raising each one's light quotient to a higher octave. That which does not serve you will be transformed by this love in your heart, which is magnified by Mother Gaia, Mother Isis, so that gratitude is so easy. Yeah, that's it. You got this one. Each one of you knows gratitude, and it will be very easy to express it in every moment. Through a few more breaths now with this rose pink light of appreciation and love. Oh, that's... And in this portal for the 8-8 Lion's Gate, everything that you want is in your vortex. And it is seen and heard by Source, by the universe, by our beloveds. Each one of you is held and supported to embody your mission. It is going to be successful. It is decidedly so, each one of you now, that's right. And no matter what we see, let us wear our rose pink glasses of love, that we love it. That's our choice. And through our loving of it, we stay in a high vibration. And we continue down our path of success, no matter what we see around us. We know the truth. And this truth creates the liberation and the freedom that each one of us is asking for. It is within us now. Hold it within you through this next breath for a few seconds if you can. Let us collectively breathe in together this new knowing. Holding it for a few moments. And as we exhale, we are now lifted into a higher octave of love and light. Each one of you is going to be held within this chamber for the continuation of the 8/8 portal until August 12th. We will be held. So a 7-day chamber to support you in your creation of your mission and the new earth. We are so grateful, letting this gratitude wrap around us, and let us now send this to the entire planet as each one of you are held within the ashram in the center and you are multidimensionally on the surface. Use this gratitude, and like an ocean, let us send it to the whole planet together. Beautiful rose pink, petal pink, gratitude and love for our experience, for our opportunity for ascension, for our opportunity to come together as soul family and find each other once again. Thank you, beloved hearts. Thank you to the beloved guides and all of the teams and the angels and archangels. Thank you. Thank you. It is so. It is done. Amen.
Thank you. Wow. We are feeling the mother's love and we are radiating it to our planet. This is us. This is our energy. And I thank each and every one of you for sharing your light and your love and receiving this. What a gift today. Thank you so much, Alyssa.
Thank you,
What a
everyone.
gift.
When we come together, great things happen. So this is all of us coming together, and it is a gift. It is such a gift.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, beautiful hearts. We hope that you can feel the fortification of this frequency, and we hope that you continue to anchor it and to hold it, to hold it. Come back to this program later if you'd like to witness that again, experience it again. But this is how we do it, and it's powerful work. And you're all doing such a great job at it. Thank you so much. All right.
Everyone.
Well, we're done for today in this beautiful Lion's Gate. And I wanted to point everyone to more work with Alyssa. Alyssa has a beautiful program, the Foundation for Alchemical Union. This is all about a mystery school teaching. She has taught this several times on New Earth One Network, and people love it. And this is a really supportive way for you to come home to yourself, to unify within, unity within you. Alyssa, share with us what this offer is about, and I'm going to drop it in our page here. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm so excited. This mystery school series is going to happen in September and October. So it's going to be perfect for supporting the next alignment of the fall equinox, which will be so perfect and powerful. And it will be a two-part series so that we get to have time for integration. It will be an intimate experience. Come, bring your intentions. We will be focusing on everything we talked about today. And because it's a mystery school series, I plan, but I don't know what's going to happen until we all come together. So it will meet everyone where we are at, what the frequencies are needed for the moment. We will focus on learning more about alchemy, sacred sexuality, to utilize our bodies as the technology. So we talked a lot about it today. We're going to focus more on that, harnessing it, understanding it, mastering the language of our bodies, which we could also call sex magic. And these are the keys for ascension and manifestation, being a master creator, which each one of you are. So I'm so excited because this will be so much fun to come together. And for those of you wanting a more intimate one-on-one support, I am offering a package of one-on-one sessions with the same container. Also, the guides are coming in right now. This is being overlighted by Archangel Michael, Archangel Faith, and Lady Kuan Yin, who hold this container for an alchemical relationship, a sacred relationship for each one. So whether you are working on expanding your partnership with your husband, wife, or calling in a new partner, or maybe you're just wanting to focus on your personal ascension relationship, these guides hold the container for us to do this. It is magical. So that is an upcoming way. And if you want the one-on-one support, I love doing the sessions. They are amazing. So with that, beloveds, the temple is being prepared for you. You will be held within a chamber during the weeks. It will be a personal alchemical experience, and you will work with the guides one-on-one throughout the time, during your dream time, during your awakened time. It's so beautiful. So if you hear the call for that, the temple is preparing for you.
The temple is preparing for you, and your heart knows if it is meant for you. So we invite you to check it out. Again, the link to that is on the description box on this video where you're watching this video, and also on the page that got you here. It's all there. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Alyssa. I am so excited for this. I have taken that sexual magic sacred mystery school, and it is beautiful and wonderful. And again, talk about empowerment and transformation. That is one thing that does root out the lower frequencies, and it is here for you. Alyssa is a beautiful teacher on it, and everything she touches has such a high frequency. You're going to walk away with a high frequency as well in your light. Okay. Well, I thank everyone for being here and receiving
Yeah,
this beautiful transmission of light.
yeah.
May it assist you as we pass through this gateway this week, this very powerful portal that actually starts our whole energetic year anew. It's like a new year for us. So, with this, my heart is wide open for you. I feel all of you as I'm feeling my heart space. That's the vortex that we're all in together. Thank you, Alyssa. I am so grateful for today. As we say goodbye, are there any last comments or insights you'd like to share with us?
Yes, beautiful hearts. As we are finishing up today, the message that is coming in is from the guides, and they're showing me how excited they are for all of you, cheering you on that success is assured. Success is assured, and you are not alone. You are being held, and we're all doing it together. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Loren. Thank you so much for creating this space for us to come together. It is a gift. Thank you.
Thank you for your gift. And thank you, everyone, for sharing your light with us today. We are so pleased to have you with us and in this space, and our hearts are full. So we love you and we send you our deepest gratitude for being here. Thank you, Alyssa, and thank you, everyone. Namaste. Okay. Oh, we'll see if this music takes. Okay. Bye-bye. Own vibration. We raise the vibration of the planet. This show